polluted ocean planet. Oxygen, nitrogen, atmosphere. Water contamination, high.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Subnautica. So, the devs are back from vacation, so the game has been starting to be updated again. And the very first thing we have, which is pretty awesome if you ask me, is... boom! The new HUD is now into the game, and it looks pretty amazing. Behind the oxygen thing, it has its little bubbles animated and moving, which looks phenomenal if you ask me. Once it gets to about 18 seconds, I believe, it'll start blinking or pulsating red. And if you don't see that, at 10 seconds, it will then say 10 seconds left of oxygen. There is also, as you heard, that
programmed to construct tools and render organic substance.
The little AI that talks throughout the game has now been applied to quite a few messages, especially when you enter the life pod. She just nonstop talks, so that's pretty cool to see as well. So let me quickly switch this back to creative so we can talk about one more thing in game quickly without being interrupted. So the other thing to talk about is the Crabsnake egg. We talked about it like a couple weeks ago when the prison, or shortly after the prison was added, and now there is animations for it. It just kind of like sits here and wiggles. It's quite a bit of movement compared to the other eggs, but it still looks pretty awesome. So the other things we have to talk about, unfortunately, are not in game, but they are on the Trello. So I will see you guys there. Alright guys, so we are now on the Trello. The first thing we are going to talk about is in the development part, and if we just scroll down a little bit here, let me hit this real quick. And then if we scroll down, there is the precursor prison, which should be right about here. And basically, it's just what they are working on for the prison to complete it. So it's just like lighting, art passes, where they're going to put the teleporters, stuff like that. But the main thing that caught my right here, the hookup central pillar animations to trigger on player proximity. There's a lot of discussion about what the pillar would be. My assumption was like an energy core, maybe like the precursor gun. I didn't really know. That's my best guess. Somebody said it might be like a lock or a combination to like get into the moon pool or get further into the prison, which is a really good idea. However, with that saying that, I feel like if it activates on player proximity, then it's not going to be either one of those things, and it's just going to be a thing to like attract our eyes. I don't think it's actually going to be like a functional piece, unless it is there to make us look at it, and then we have to interact with it and do whatever it's supposed to do. But pretty much the rest of this is just like art passes and everything, like I said. The one interesting thing though is the pipe room right here. Nobody knows what it's supposed to be. There's been a lot of talk about it actually, questioning what it is, what it's supposed to be. Why is it called pipe room? Nobody knows. So that should be interesting to see. Now the next bit of information is super exciting for me at least, and that is if we go to the roadmap right here, Charlie Cleveland moves start working on expansion from June - polish month to July, August, September, and then added expansion pack to this board. So they're already planning on an expansion pack. Now the devs have talked numerous times about like adding things after 1.0 and the fact that they do want to and all that, but the fact that there is actually like a time frame and that it's essentially confirmed there is going to be an expansion pack is super exciting, at least to me. So I I can't wait for it. I mean, the game's not even released yet, but I still can't wait for the expansion pack. So, but that's pretty much all the information I have for you guys currently. They did just get back recently, so hopefully the game will continue to be updated and I can have more videos for you guys. But if you guys did enjoy, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button, as you guys always do. If you aren't a current subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe, so that way you can keep up to date with all the Subnautica news and content that I will be providing. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Assumption is you won't be able to get your power cell chargers or battery chargers or anything like attached to the wall like a fabricator, unless you can deconstruct things and get the materials back. So maybe you can deconstruct it and then essentially you get it back, you just get the materials back. So that's pretty interesting. I am curious to see